I have been waiting for this for so long. Hey, I'm Amy and welcome back. If you hear construction noises, it's because they're still doing construction on the apartment next door or maybe upstairs. I don't know. There's construction noises and I hate it. I am so annoyed. Every time I try to record for the past month, there's been construction noises. Luna, no. I'm trying to play with my headphones. Okay. Anyways, Ralph Breaks the Internet came out yesterday for you guys watching this. Today for me, I watched it 2 days ago as you're watching this, but burnout is a thing and I just did not feel like recording a review on Tuesday night, so I wanted to sleep on this also for a little bit because I will say up front, while I absolutely adored this movie, for some reason it just didn't stick with me. I can't put my finger on why. So let's just get straight into this review because I have very few thoughts on this. I don't have few thoughts, I have some thoughts, but they're all positive for the most part. But what I really want to talk about first is why I don't think it really jived with me. I mean, I absolutely love this movie. I will say that. It is very fun. It's very cute. It's hilarious. It definitely holds up to the first one, which is right here. I did a couple reactions on the trailers. You can check them out up there if you want to. But I absolutely love, I've said in those trailers, I've said in a lot of other videos before, Wreck-It Ralph is one of my favorite non-Pixar Disney animated movies, along with Frozen and Big Hero 6. I absolutely love them, so I was very, very, very excited to see Ralph Breaks the Internet, especially with how much I disliked the Emoji Movie. But I love seeing worlds kind of inside something that I use on a daily basis, like my phone, like my computer. It's just very interesting, especially I loved seeing inside the video games and how those people work. I loved Inside Out because it's you get to see what you would like to think happens inside your brain. I love movies like that kind of take a daily kind of object or something like that and just gives you an inside peek to what could be working it. I think I got off a little tangent there, but I absolutely love this movie. It was great, but there was just this feeling afterwards that it didn't really stick with me. I woke up this morning and I remember absolutely loving this movie, having a blast with it. So much fun. I laughed through the entire thing, and not just because the rest of the audience was laughing, but really actual laugh out loud belly laughs at some of the lines because I genuinely thought they were funny. But I woke up and I could not remember any of it. I remember the movie, I remember the basic plot points, and I remember absolutely loving it. But for some reason, I just couldn't remember the jokes that I thought were super funny besides what was in the trailer. I don't know, for some reason, there's just this weird disconnect at some point that I just could not, I don't know. But with that said, I absolutely, again, for the millionth time I've said in this review, I absolutely love this movie. So let's get down to some of the finer details of my thoughts, which, namely, the voice cast in this. John C. Reilly is back as Ralph. Sarah Silverman, Luna. Hey! Sorry, I'm going to try to do this in one take. Luna's being a little bit of a brat because of the construction noises, but Sarah Silverman was amazing as Penelope as always. I was really surprised with how much I actually really liked Gal Gadot's character. I don't think I've ever seen her do a voice acting kind of thing, which I think she could do more of. She did a great job. I know a lot of the times she's cast as this beautiful foreign person or something a superhero, I guess, as Wonder Woman, but there was this one movie that she was in where she was literally just a foreign spy person kind of thing. So she's things like that are just a little, I don't know. I really, really loved Taraji P. Henson as Yes. She was great, hilarious. For some reason, I mean, this is kind of a spoiler. At some point in the movie, I thought that she was going to be the bad guy, which was kind of weird, but I actually really loved her character. And I think Flula from YouTube plays her assistant, maybe? The name's maybe, but maybe he plays her assistant. I couldn't remember. The voice sounded really familiar, and I'm I think that's Flula. The German accent just felt very familiar to me because I am a huge Flula fan. I watch a lot of his videos, and he's hilarious, and I'm pretty sure it was him. I could look it up, but I'm too lazy right now. And I mean, of course, the two basic cast members, plus all of the returning cast members from last time came back. I mean, it was just pretty much standard for that, but all the new people were great as well. They were great additions. And if they do a third one, I'm kind of interested to see what they do, because I don't know how much else they can expand on this whole universe. It just feels like maybe just two and done. This one did focus a lot more on Vanellope and Ralph's relationship. It is set 6 years after the first one. I don't remember the time frame of how long it has been in our actual real life since this one came out. Maybe it has been 6 years, but it's nice to see that they kind of have been, their relationship has been aging along with as the movie ages, which is kind of cool. The same thing they did with Toy Story a little bit, but it is really kind of focusing on their relationship and how their relationship has grown since the first movie when they became friends. It does have very similar beats as the first one, but it is more focused on building their relationship and kind of friendship bonds between the two of them. I briefly touched on this a little bit earlier, but it is very, very much like what you would think the Emoji Movie should be. The Emoji Movie, if you did not watch my review, you can check it out there. It's from a year ago. It's one of the first ones I did on my channel, but it is just, I did not like that movie. I was mad at myself for going to see it, but this is everything I had hoped. Well, everything the Emoji Movie could have been. A lot of the product placement, I say very loosely, because Disney just probably paid these websites a couple thousand, maybe like $10,000, if that. I guess $10,000 probably is a huge amount for this, but Disney probably paid a bunch of these websites a bunch of money just to have their logo up there for a couple minutes or a couple seconds even. They probably paid eBay and Amazon a lot because it does focus heavily around eBay and Amazon, which is a slight spoiler, but I don't think that really matters. And they do briefly talk about YouTube, but this mostly is centered around a website called BuzzTube, which their logo looks like a mashup of BuzzFeed and YouTube, so they probably paid both of those companies a pretty big sum of money for that. I think that's kind of interesting how they did that, and the Emoji Movie tried to do the same thing, but I feel like a lot of the Emoji Movie's product placement or logo placement was very shoved in your face with all of the apps that they keep switching in and out of and the way they show it, whereas in Wreck-It Ralph, it's kind of just fly by through when they first get to the internet, and you see all these different locations in the internet, different website logos, things like that are just kind of placed there. They're not really forced upon you. You just kind of see them. It's like if you've ever watched Silicon Valley, the opening of that, where they're kind of just flying through the Silicon Valley area, and you see the different logos of symbolized as headquarters of, I don't know where I'm going. I feel like I'm not making any sense. I'm just kind of rambling now, but I definitely love this a lot better, 100 million times better than the Emoji Movie. It's like the Emoji Movie times a billion. And something that I absolutely loved on this was how they were making fun of viral videos and internet culture and basically YouTube videos and YouTube fame. It was something that I kind of connected with really well. It's just, they were making fun of what I do, and I thought that was hilarious. They make fun of well, I mean, it's not something I do for a living, but it's something that I consume a lot. And they're just kind of making fun of it and poking fun at it and playing on it in a way. And I love that throughout the entire thing, that they were just, this is a thing, this is becoming big, and we're gonna make fun of it because it's something to make fun of. And it got a little bit self-referential, and it was the best. I absolutely love that. I want to see more things like that because the internet culture is becoming really big now, and I wish that they would do more stuff like this. It's kind of cool. And they also added in real YouTube celebrities. They had Miranda Sings / Colleen Ballinger. She played a very small role. And Danny Fernandez, she was in this as well. And one last thing that I'm reading my notes through is it felt like for me, it took them a while to get to the bad guy. There wasn't really a bad guy throughout this, the same way there was with King Candy in the first one, who was a kind of bad guy throughout the film. This one had this bad guy for the last 30-ish minutes of the movie, and it felt like it took them a while to get to that conflict area. It built up, and it felt kind of just like it was slowing the movie down a little bit, but maybe that is why I was I kind of forgot about it. I didn't get that very conflicty feeling. There was some conflict in there, but it wasn't like the bad guy conflict that you normally get in a movie. So maybe that's kind of why it just felt a little off to me for the moment. But I think that is probably everything I have to talk about for Wreck-It Ralph, or Ralph Breaks the Internet. Again, I absolutely loved it. My rewatch score for this, I mean, I would give it like a 4 out of 5 number-wise, but this is definitely a movie I'm going to be adding to my collection because I absolutely love it. It's still, it's pretty on par with the first one because I absolutely love the first one. I don't think anything can really top it for me, but I love this one. I love the self-referential parts of it and how they were poking fun at something that I love so much, and it wasn't such a good humor way. Oh, something I forgot to talk about was the princesses. I absolutely love the integration of the Disney princesses, Disney IP, all of that kind of stuff. They integrated it so well, and maybe it's just because I'm a huge fan of Disney and I just love seeing different variations of that. Like, seeing different princess artwork is so cool to me. Seeing artwork for Star Wars, things like that is super cool, super interesting, super fun for me. So seeing all of this Disney and like princess, like seeing all of that Disney IP stuff kind of in one big area and how they separate out different portions of the internet are really cool. But I think that it still lifts this up to a collection for me. I think that's everything. Again, I'm gonna say that again because I just keep talking for 15 minutes, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Did you like Ralph Breaks the Internet? What are your thoughts? I know some people were very torn about the princesses, but I would love to know yours in the comments down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really truly do appreciate every single one of you. Let me know who you are in the comments down below, and let's be friends. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe if you're new because I love talking all things movies, TV shows, filmmaking, film history, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye!